Hey, Jesse.
Lindsay, I'm fucking excited and hello.
Oh my God. I know we can't stop talking about it.
We just spent 30 minutes planning out our schedule for the lineup at Rockville.
Yes.
And I'm excited. There's like 5 key bands, and the rest of them, I mean, we've seen many a times, but I'm excited. And as long as I get those key bands, I'm good.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to give y'all a little rundown of everybody that we're going to see. And then on Sunday, but it'll come out, we'll put it out on Wednesday. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little early.
Yeah.
Maybe
Thursday, we'll do a
Thursday.
recap of our experience with all these bands, which most of them we have already seen, but every time it's something different and we can't wait to see them again.
So, and if you are catching this on a Wednesday or Thursday, whenever, as soon as I put it out and you're catching it, check us out at the Orange Lot. We'll be doing a little pod there on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you can come and check us out. Come hang out. Listen to the story Lindsay has for that too.
Yeah. Well, we're going to put this episode out this episode will be out on Friday. So we'll already be day 2.
Yeah, we'll already be at Rockville. Yeah.
So if you're there, come check us out. We'll be at the Orange Lot. We will have our 10-year anniversary flag and our Drink About Something pod flag flying in the wind.
Flying in the wind around turn 4 area. So
yes, our bestie is going to get our camping spot for us so we can meet there on Thursday. But this is our little rundown of who all we are going to see. So on Thursday, our first band will be, so we're going to check out Blue October, Crossfade.
Yes, they're back.
Yes. All right. Guar. Guar is always a good time. We're going to do a little bit. So We Came as Romans and Arch Enemy are actually like very close to each other. So we're going to hang out towards the back of both of those sets. We're not going to really fight for a rail spot. And then Asking Alexandria, because we love us some Danny Warsnop.
Yes.
And then the Dillinger Escape Plan, Rob Zombie.
And yes.
And that'll be it for Thursday. And then we'll be running back to camp to get shower time. And then on Friday, our first band is Left to Suffer. Listen, you guys, if y'all love heavy deathcore like I do, please.
I told her, I was like, you're going to step away from Will Ramos a little bit.
No, I will never step away.
You're not stepping away, but you're giving them more attention.
What did I tell you earlier? I said, I'm just adding Left to Suffer to the roster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Lorna Shore, so Will Ramos and fucking Alex Terrible, that's my boy.
But you're giving them the attention now.
And
Speaking
even
of
fucking
attention,
Franz.
we're going to see Beartooth.
Yes. Hold on, I'm getting there.
Okay.
So first band on Friday is Left to Suffer. And then Butcher Babies. Those are our girls. We love them.
Hello. Silas got to meet one of them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have a picture on
Him
the
and
frame that
Heidi.
you got me for Mother's Day. By the way, ladies, if you're listening and you have children or you have fur babies, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
This will have already been out, but happy belated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And we hope you had a great one.
Had a great one.
We hope you had some brunch.
I already got Lindsay some gifts.
Yes. I actually have to work a double on Mother's Day. But anyway, we celebrated this morning with my Bloody Marys from One Love Cafe where we got married.
And we've seen somebody awesome there that we'll be featuring later.
Yes.
Yay.
So then we're going to check out Candlebox, Era, Bush, Ginger, and Sublime are simultaneously playing together. So we have seen Ginger many, many, many times. But I love my girl Tatiana, and I cannot skip out on her performance.
And it's time for Sublime.
Yeah, so we're going to watch half of Ginger's set, and then we're going to run over and check out Sublime. Because Bradley's son.
Yeah.
God, it has come full circle, and we're alive.
He's a whole vibe.
We're alive for that.
Yeah.
For
Both.
the whole circle.
We were alive for both, yes.
Yes. And then we're going to check out Kill Switch Engage, Good Charlotte.
Fucking fine.
And we're going to end the night with one of the best performances we have ever watched in our life at Louder Than Life, which was Green Day.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, you have not seen a show.
Lindsay, we have to be over 1,000 bands in.
Oh, yeah. And Green Day is number fucking 1 on performance, show.
How?
And you know who's second for me?
Know.
Weezer. Weezer
was so badass.
good.
Yeah, girl.
Very chill, very good time, very nostalgic.
That's so much of our DNA. And then we finally met that. It didn't take much.
And
really.
seeing three, we knocked out, when we went to Louder Than Life in Kentucky, we knocked out, 8 bucket list bands?
Yeah.
All in within 4 days. It was a magical experience for us.
311?
Yeah, everything. That's what,
Good.
So on Saturday.
Finally? Yeah.
Yes. On Saturday, we're going to, our first band will be Upon a Burning Body of Mice and Men. POD, we can never skip out on a POD set.
No. Those are my bros. They will come and hang out. They will
party with the people. And then after the burial, that's another really heavy hitter for me. I need to post
that video of us, of me. You weren't there that time, but I got to hang out with he was the DJ, but the guitar player for POD. And I got to meet Sonny, the singer, and we just hung out.
They're just such humble ass dudes,
He's pouring some, I don't know what kind of bourbon it was.
And those are one of the bands we don't give a fuck.
He's pouring it in my mouth. He's
how many times we've seen them, we're going to see them again.
Yes, every time.
And then Beartooth, which is one of our favorite bands to see live and just sing along with, because we know every fucking song.
Yeah.
And we just have a great time with Beartooth.
I don't know how we're going to do a pod on Sunday after all this shit.
We're going to do it. Because we're good. We're resilient.
We're at Rockville right now.
And then I Prevail.
We've been singing our asses off.
Incubus.
Oh, yeah, Incubus too.
We're going to check out a little bit of Whitechapel.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of Linkin Park.
Yeah.
With the new female singer.
So in videos, I forgot her name. Videos and all that's going to be coming too. We're going to put it all together.
Make
put it
sure
on our
you
YouTube.
follow our Instagram so you can go to Rockville with us. Literally.
Yeah. And it'll be on our YouTube as well. So follow, like, share all the L's and S's and everything. Yeah.
And then last but not least, on Sunday, we're going to see a band that Jesse has been just dying to see. First off and foremost, Snot.
Yes. R.I.P. Lynn Strait, one of the fucking foremost onsetters for nu metal. When he was on the Ozfest, everybody was they were astonished by his talent, his personality, the amazing human being he was. R.I.P. Lynn Strait. Thank you so much for having a great front man and getting back together, Snot. Yeah, they set the tone for what we like now. They really did.
And then after that, we're going to check out Attack, which was Caleb Shomo from Beartooth. That was the first band that he was in. He started playing with that band when he was 13 years old.
The keyboard, right?
He was keyboard and he did backing vocals. He did this,
So that was like Warped Tour times, like early Warped Tour. Yeah.
And Attack is great. Their music fucking slaps.
And AC/DC is killing it. And Metallica is killing it. And now we're on the loudest month. And welcome to Rockville.
Listen, James Hetfield, all of them boys, all of them guys, even Lars. I know everybody's got shitty shit to say about Lars. We have seen them. And I do suggest trying to catch them at a festival because you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah. Sorry we're so giddy about all this. You can fast forward if you're not into all this, whatever. Because she has an amazing ass story. But we're going to finish up our Rockville geeking because we've been geeking about this and we're super geeked.
But we want you guys to come with us. And we know that a lot of our listeners listen to the same jams as us. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, it's from sublime to death metal. So that's what it is.
Then we have to see our boy LeJean from Seven Dust. And Morgan Rose. And those guys have just been a big part of our lives for the last
so much of Silas's world too. I mean, Silas got dusted. We were in Jacksonville and me and Silas were wearing
pop-up show.
It was a pop-up hurricane.
There was a hurricane, yeah.
And LJ and all the boys from Seven Dust and
by the way, if y'all don't know how Floridians roll, you get a concert when a hurricane's coming at a pop-up underbelly show.
Some of our hurricane parties are amazing rock shows that bands couldn't play down south or wherever, and they would show up near your town, and you just go. Because, holy shit, Seven Dust in a place the size of my house, I'm there, And
then we're going to see 7 Hours After Violet, which you said has Chavo?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bass player from System of a Down.
He's so cool. He's also in that Ice Nine, the Terrifier song from Ice Nine Kills.
He was.
What the fuck is it called?
He's making some moves.
A work of art.
Work of art, yeah. He's making some cool moves.
Like they just every song they have is
to
fucking
see
banger.
his ass up on stage doing that creepy thing.
Yes,
his bald head.
I love
he's
it.
Fucking rocking, dude. He's so awesome, and their singer's amazing. You are asleep on this band, so you're gonna love that.
Okay, well I'm gonna check them out before we go. But then we're going to see Motionless and Why. Hello, Chris Motionless. We love you.
I love it.
Then we're going to check out Tsunami because I just got on that train recently. Jesse needs to check them out too. Then we're going to see the legendary Mudvayne. Marilyn Manson. Bad Omens. Insane Clown Posse. And we're going to finish the weekend off with
the Davis.
Jonathan Davis. And Fieldy and Head, and what's the drummer's name? David? Is it David?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love those guys so much. I love Korn. They will never, I can listen.
You left Monkey out, but yeah.
Oh, I forgot Monkey. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite.
Head, Monkey's your favorite.
Yeah.
And I love Fieldy. Fieldy's my boy.
Well, when I seen him back in 95, he gave me a towel and a guitar pick one time.
There's such a good performance. I was actually, some of their sets from Sonic Temple are already on TikTok, and I was like scrolling through last night.
You do that. I don't want to know. Everybody likes to do
I don't.
The whole
it just came up in my FYP.
Oh, so you're not doing the set list thing?
No.
The
They're
songs?
just, I already know Korn's set list. I know what they're going to play every fucking time. Except that one year we did get, what album was it? The debut album, front to finish, and that was fucking magical. That was the first time I'd ever seen them.
Like a little girl. Loud
I know. I was like, "Shut up! I want to hear John Davis."
And I'm singing. I'm like, "Okay, this is my moment."
Okay, I just wanted to. That was my first time seeing JD, and it was beautiful.
Well, you got to think though, how nostalgic was that for me before they were even really big,
right?
So that's deeply.
Well, that's like when we saw Ginger before they were really big. Like that was.
Well, imagine 30 years from now and you had not seen them, and we've
seen Beartooth before they were really big.
Yeah,
and
so many bands we watch come up.
Like we've watched Beartooth go from a 12 o'clock spot to now a 7:30 spot at Rockville.
Yeah, and poor old Seven Dust has been leading this thing forever and ever and ever.
And they're always like 3:30.
Why aren't they closing?
But no, they're like 6:30 this year.
Yeah, Seven Dust.
But they put in the work.
The recognition. They should be headlining to me. But I don't know. I'm just saying.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And
we're going to roll that intro and we're going to get started with all of our the rest of our bullshit.
We got to keep on going. We got to do this thing.
But listen, follow us on Instagram. Drink About Something so you can go with us to Rockville.
Yeah.
Literally.
And Attila's going to be there.
We are going to have to miss them because we got to go see Beartooth.
But we're going to play his voice on this podcast. So just letting you guys know. So excited for Rockville. Yeah. This is bumping again. I love it. Mm-hmm. We were bumping last week too on here.
So I didn't ask you because we were so giddy about spilling our guts about Rockville. What are you drinking today?
You know what, Lindsay? I drank it all.
Do you need a refill?
Yeah.
How's our time? You got time?
We got a minute.
Okay.
A couple minutes. But no, I drank it all. But right now, Evan Williams. And I need a refill here in just a minute.
Yeah, and I've got that black cherry Blam Blam Vista Bay.
It's Evan Williams cherry with Coke, so it's a cherry.
Okay,
Coke.
cherry.
Cheers with cherry.
Cheers to the cherries.
Yes. And Lindsay's going to fire off this monster of a thing right here.
I'm going to go through my spiel real quick, and then we're going to fire off.
But I'm out of drink, so we need to...
Yeah, we're about to have a little break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do our thing. I might as well get me another one, too, and take a pee break.
I am your father. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys had a great May the 4th.
Yes.
And I hope you had a great Mother's Day.
Yes.
And I hope you had a great May the 6th.
8th of May. The 8th of May.
Oh, yeah. So the 4th, the 6th.
May is where it's at, man. May is everything.
So May is. I think May is our favorite day.
Yes. May is our favorite month.
But May is my favorite day.
We get festivals. All the cool memes.
It's the loudest month.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah. The loudest month in North America.
Something takes a part of May and pour some sugar on May.
I am so out of key today.
It's all good. All right. So if you are new here, this is episode 31.
31.
And what we do is we have a drink. I can't rattle mine. Rattle your cup. Did you get a refill?
I don't want to rattle it.
Okay. Anyway, we have a drink. We talk about true crime. And at the end of the episode, we plug a band that Jesse has sought out and got permission to play them at the end. And we plug them because we're digging them and we think you should listen to them as well.
Is that good?
Yes, that's your goal. And my ultimate goal is to just break Jesse into fetal position.
I have been broken so much.
This one, whoo! This one is going to be a little bit shorter of a case, but it has huge impact. But before, we just wanted to recap real quick on the Motown thing. So me and Jesse were sitting on the back porch last week, and we were like going through all the Motown artists after we covered Marvin Gaye. And guess who we found out was on the Motown label? Bruce motherfucking Willis.
Yes, we did. Lindsay, we did.
Yes. Aren't you glad I put it in my notes?
Yeah, I guess that makes me feel old, don't it?
Yes. What does make you feel old?
Bruce fucking Willis not being on Motown records.
I know. He is. Well, he is on Motown. But you didn't know.
Check that shit out.
We didn't know he could sing.
And it was good.
And it was really good. We were jamming on our back porch.
We listened to a bunch of shit from him. Yeah.
Yes.
Why? Did not remember that.
We were back porch cooking and we were jamming Motown. We were
sitting on the dock of the bay.
We were sitting on the dock of the bay and we were jamming to Bruce.
Yeah.
We were jamming to Bruce.
Watching Bruce Willis waste the time away. Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, I could not believe he could. I mean, that just blew me. I said, Jesse, Google says that Bruce Willis is on Motown Records. So we pulled up Spotify. We pulled up Motown's greatest hits.
Yep.
And Bruce Willis was right there. Yep. And we fucking listened to it. You know? And it was nice. It was good. It was a good jam.
And I say things like, I wish Motown would come back, but like people like Bruno Mars and things like that, Motown's still here.
Yeah.
Motown is not left.
Oh, yeah. Motown's going to go on forever. And I love Even though they have some dark roots, we love their music. Yeah. But there's a lot of dark shit behind artistry and musicianship.
We could dig for days.
Yes, we could dig for days. So that's what made you feel old. So what makes me feel old this week?
I mean, actually, I really don't feel fucking old, Lindsay. We got Rockville coming up.
I know.
I'm ready to rock that shit.
But I forgot to mention it last week. I was recapping. I was listening to our episode, making sure everything was good, and I was like, I forgot to say what made me feel old. So
do two.
I only have the one still. So so I start my day, I work out, I teach my kid, I do some chores, I research cases, and then I don't have to be at work until 3. So if I get in the shower by 1:45, that's just enough time to get ready and get to work right at 3 o'clock on the nose. So I take me a little break from 1 to 1:45. Sometimes I just sit there and play our little match game. And then sometimes I'll take a little quick nap. But I don't take a nap like normal people do. Like I lay across the bed. And for the last 2 weeks, when I get up from that, my back tweaks.
Oh, don't do that then.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe I need to do a different position. Yeah.
But I'd be scared if I laid down and got real comfortable. My ass would be at work. I would miss work.
So I wanted to do, you would. So I wanted to do a quick shout out to One Love Cafe.
Yeah.
They have the best, they're in Gainesville. They have the best vibe, the best brunch.
The Bloody Mary mixes are on fire.
With, what was it, Texas?
The pickle one.
It's a Texas extra spicy pickle vodka. Yeah. So they make a...
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick is what they're, with their Bloody Mary. And
so good.
I could have sat there and drank 4 of them motherfuckers.
We drank 2, and then we hung out for a while because Lindsay wants to say it.
So Jesse found an artist that we're going to feature on a later date. Her name's Fariza. Look her up on Instagram.
Out of Gainesville area.
Her handle is at ForRealFariza. And she's beautiful. And then she opened her mouth to sing. She was playing live today, live music at One Love. She was doing covers. And she was covering the best songs too. And she opened her mouth and this beautiful...
I had chills.
Amazing voice came out. Like I stopped in my tracks. I was going to get round 2 of the Bloody Marys and I was blown away. And then we hung out. And I could have stayed there all day, Jesse.
Yeah.
If we didn't have to come home and do this.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like,
stay there all day.
One love day where we just hang out
all day long.
Leave,
yeah. Know? Have 2 meals at the beach.
If you're ever in the Gainesville area and love brunch, go to One Love. Check it out. The bands are phenomenal.
Yeah, we're slowly making our way through their whole menu. I've had the steak and eggs, the banana walnut French toast. We've both had the chicken and waffles. We both had the omelets. I got Mediterranean. He got Southwestern.
And we had the avocado toast.
We had the avocado toast. Oh my God. So
and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Give it to me. And it's good. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
And because it has like tomatoes, spinach, feta, and an egg all right on top.
And don't go asleep on the potatoes. The potatoes are greatest.
And the cheese grits.
Yeah.
And then our grandbabies got chocolate chip waffles and fruit waffle. And I had a bite of all of that. And that shit was like, it was amazing too.
Yeah,
like,
they went ape shit after that.
Well, it was cool because it's a cool little.
Yeah, they had things to do. It's really cool place.
And I just opened up a Pineapple Vista Bay. So one more thing I want to talk about. This couple that I've been following on TikTok for a while now. Their names are Mario Morante and then Bryn. Bryn just goes by Bryn. They are a couple who actually met through TikTok, and they have a huge following between the both of them. They're huge influencers. And they just recently they just started a podcast called Pretty Funny. And because she's pretty and he's funny.
Awesome.
But they went to Coachella and they talked about all the performances that they went and saw. Guess who was their number one over Lady Gaga?
Over Lady Gaga?
Fucking Green Day. So these people have my heart.
I mean, honestly, Lindsay, because we haven't seen Lady Gaga, I kind of want to put her above that. That's a unicorn.
They saw her and they still put Green Day above
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
We're doing karaoke at Rockville, and we're going to sing some fucking Lady Gaga.
Listen, Lady Gaga is my very not guilty
what
pleasure.
Is it? The owner's lot, right?
Owner's lot, yeah.
A karaoke bar, and I'm going. We're doing this.
But they broke down like how much they loved it because they're in their 20s and 30s. Mario's in his 30s. She's in her late 20s. This couple, I would love to hang out with. And I'm going to tag them in this episode because I want them to hear it. Yeah. And I want y'all to know that we love Green Day too, just like that.
Yes.
And we completely agree. And if y'all ever want to go to a festival in the non-bougie matter, because they were talking about how they went influencer style, like a VIP, everything.
Oh, yeah.
But how they actually wanted to be like in the pits and all that shit.
And they couldn't
do it.
Well,
if you ever want to go GA style camping, hit me and Jesse up. We will show you the best time that you will ever have at a festival.
Do not mind at all getting in the grid of it.
No.
And that's where it's really at.
We will show you
Don't ever lose that.
We will show you how to clean a porta potty to where it is not stinky and nice.
We'll show you how to stagger in and zombie out.
Yes. And I mean, we will show you the best time. So hit us up, Mario and Brent. But other than that, I'm going to get started on this wild ass case.
You should fire. Yes. Fire. Lindsay, I'm excited. And go ahead and fire.
All right. So I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about you, Jesse, but I really love a movie or a show that portrays someone with multiple personalities.
So with being with me this long, you don't know?
What do you mean? My eyes twitching.
You know, that's just, if they do it the right way, it's going to be exciting. Yeah.
Well, you never watched United States of Terror, and that's what really got me on that whole fascination. Because honestly, I thought it was more, and like watching Sybil and Split and things like that, I thought it was more of a Hollywood thing. And like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
I thought it was more of a Hollywood type prognosis.
Oh, so you didn't really know it was like a whole thing to actually envelop all this into
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was just about to say. I had no idea about what really happens.
I'm going to love all that because it's just so chaotic and it's going to keep you on your toes the whole time.
Well, like I said, I had no idea about what happens to a real person that has NPD or DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, and how their brain develops alters to deal with extensive trauma in their life. So it's actually, like I said, I've been fascinated with the concept, but the more I dug into this, like, my heart hurts.
So in personalities,
for people,
they dissociate what they associate to as being an entity in their mind.
Right. And I want y'all to understand that this is not a bullshit diagnosis. They have done studies where actually a person will, when they go into an altar, there is different brain waves going on. There has been cases where one person that had DID, his actual person did not have diabetes, but one of his alters did.
Well, have you watched anything on real court activity where you see somebody defending themselves and they're asking them questions and you see them click from different things?
I have not watched that in real life, no.
Well, I feel like we kind of watched it with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard a little bit, just saying.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying like an actual diagnosed person. Well,
you know what I mean? When I was watching all that, everybody was watching that. Like you would see her kind of click from this to that, and she would.
Oh, she's a sick woman, man.
This Hollywood thing to a victim to something else, and it was just like, wait a minute, dude, she's doing what you're talking about. Well, that's also just an actress. Oh, well, yeah, probably. Yeah,
that's true. Just a trained actress.
But if you do it so much you believe it, then there you are, right?
But no, this is completely different. This is what I'm trying to tell you. There are actual studies done. Because people develop other people in their brains.
Whole ass other people.
That take over to help them deal.
And that's what you're fixing to drop
with
on
trauma in their lives. Yes.
Oh.
This is what we're doing. This is not an actress
okay.
being an act. This is.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to ride my bicycle a little bit faster to catch up to Lindsay because I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
Oh my God. But that's what I'm saying, that there's literally been cases where somebody's that is suffering with DID, their alters have had different
I get you.
Illnesses.
It's full on, genuine, complete different people. That is full on everything.
Their brain waves change and everything when they slip in and out.
So I was thinking of just disassociating disorder where you're just like changing your thought waves, but you're the same person type thing, you know?
I mean, of course, you're still the same person being here, but in their brain, it's a different person. So I'm going to get into it. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, this is both fascinating and sad to see what our brains can do to help us deal with something awful and traumatic that has happened to us. And this is a story of a woman who went through something so horrific in her childhood that her brain would create 2,500 alters.
Lindsay.
To help her survive her trauma.
Now, how in the fuck do you create 2,500?
I'm gonna tell you.
Break it down. So
listen close.
I mean, I'm not. Okay.
So this is the story of Jeni Haynes. And in 1974, Jeni's family moved from Bexleyheath, London to Greenacre in Western Sydney. And it was here in Sydney where her father, Richard Haynes, would start to rape and torture her at just 4 years old.
Oh, my God.
And it would last until she was 11.
Oh, my God, Lindsay.
So not only was he abusing her body, but he was also brainwashing her mind, telling her that he could actually read her mind. And if she would even think about the abuse that was happening to her, he would kill her mother and her siblings. Lance. She had a brother and a sister, and of course, her mother.
This motherfucker here.
Right. So, remember when we were younger and we were like terrified about things that isn't really that relevant in real life, like falling into quicksand, the Bermuda Triangle, and spontaneous combustion.
In the closet.
What?
Mirrors.
Huh?
You're scared about the closet and mirrors as being young.
I wasn't.
I fucking was if it was dark and the closet's creaked open.
Oh, okay. So I did leave my closet light on.
Oh, so you weren't scared.
Yeah. So, I was like, what does that mean? I'm talking about like, you know how in movies that
global
we grew
entities,
up with,
Loch Ness Monster, fucking.
Okay, yes,
like all that, yeah.
But whatever. Yes, I did leave my closet light on just for light in my room because I literally grew up in a haunted house.
I was going to a more personal thing. If I'm looking over and there's a door,
you're the one that's scared of mirrors. Mirrors ain't never scared me.
Well, I'd mention mirrors because I am creepy, dude. There's something going to creep out on a mirror one day.
But I'm just talking about like as a whole, our generation was scared of shit like quicksand, the Bermuda Triangle, and spontaneous combustion because it was brought up a lot.
Yeah.
But we've never really seen anything like that in our lifetime.
Apparently there were some people that had spontaneously combusted, according to Incubus.
There was a picture of spontaneous combustion in an encyclopedia in the Haynes home that Richard would show to Jeni telling her that that would happen to her mother if she even thought about the abuse.
This is disgusting.
That her mom would spontaneously combust if she thought about what her father was doing to her.
Really?
Yeah.
He had that mind control. I got mind control over Debo.
So not only was she having to suffer the abuse by the hands of her own father, she was forced into believing that even if she thought about it, her mother would combust and die.
She's going to catch fire.
That's horrific. There's no safe space anywhere.
And with that much abuse and what you're doing to your actual child, they're going to believe that part. They're going to believe it. You puddled me already, and I ain't even ready.
Well, Jeni says that, quote, my inner life was invaded by my dad. I couldn't even feel safe in my own head. I could no longer examine what was happening to me and draw my own conclusions. So Jeni develops her first alter named Symphony. Wow. Symphony was and still is a 4-year-old little girl who was at the forefront of the abuse. And then Symphony would develop other alters to take over and deal with different situations in Jeni's life.
And Symphony had a symphony of.
And then, we're about to get into the main ones. And those would also develop other alters. Yeah, it's insane. So these were all different people in Jeni's brain that she could see clearly and what they would wear. And they had their own individual personality as well. So there would be Rick, who wore huge glasses, and he looked a lot like her father. Then there was Linda, which was actually Jeni's middle name. She was tall and slim and dressed 1950s style with a pink poodle skirt and always wore her hair in an elegant bun. There was Judas, who was short with red hair and who wore gray pants and a green jumper. And I meant to look up, in Australia and in the UK, they use the word jumper, and I'm not sure what it means. I think it's sweater.
Exercise suit.
No. I think it's a sweater, but I'm not 100% sure. Little Ricky, he was 8 years old, but he wore a suit, and this made me think about Silas, because Silas was so into suits when he was 8 years old. Like, he wore a suit all the time.
Yeah. And
his job, little Ricky, his job would be to choose which alter would have to take over when Jeni was being abused. That was his job in Jeni's brain.
I'm clouding up over here.
Volcano, he was tall and strong with bleach blonde hair and liked to wear leather. And then there was Muscles, who was a teenager that looked a lot like Billy Idol. I'm going to fucking cry.
I'm crying over here.
He liked to show off his arms, and he was very calm and collective.
And this is all in a little child that's being fucking horrifically, I don't even want to say the word, Lindsay.
So Muscles was the calmest of the group. And, but Symphony, she would sing to Jeni during her abuse. And actually help her this altar would help her not be able to smell her father's scent because it would gross her out so much. It was like the smell of burning plastic and the worst construction worker smell that you can imagine is how Jeni describes it. In her head, she would recite song lyrics like, "He ain't heavy, he's my brother," when she would worry about her siblings. And do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry when thinking about her ordeal? So she would, because she was afraid to think about what was happening to her, so she would associate everything
while
with
it was happening.
lyrics.
She's singing that song.
Symphony, actually, Jeni says that Symphony was the one that got the most abuse because Jeni would disappear and Symphony would take over.
And Symphony would be singing. She was the muse behind all the abuse right in the middle of it. I'm only speaking now to keep from fucking crying.
I know. Like, I've done research on this all week and have held it together. And
Lindsay,
right now I want to sob. Yeah.
Well, you can look at my eyes right now.
I know.
Tell that I'm clouded up. God.
Well, these would be her main altars. And each one of these altars would create other altars until she had a 2,500 altar army.
And she could pull those up at any time and just
they would just take over. She wouldn't
actually try to think about them. It just
summon because we'll get into that later. She can go within herself and try to summon that specific altar to give details about certain things that she will have to talk about later on, but we'll get there. So her father, fucking Richard Haynes, fuck you. Ugh. Her father would restrict her social activities and even punished her when her swimming coach approached him about her talent. So she was a really good swimmer. Now, the details of the abuse are not public, but the extent of them, are you ready? Because this is going to fuck you up, okay?
Look at me right now. Don't.
They would cause permanent damage to Jeni's body. The irreparable damage was to her eyesight, her jaw, her bowels, her anus, and her coccyx.
Lindsay. Why?
She now has to use a colostomy bag.
Lindsay.
And is afraid to open her mouth too wide as her jaw may lock up.
Michelle.
And her father ruined any chance of her ever having children.
Lindsay Michelle.
Stop it.
Fucking puddle. Why? Why you got it? Okay, we've done so many of these.
She's a survivor. And my eyelashes are sticking together now because
I'm
I've
thinking
got
about
water.
my grandbabies. I'm thinking about like children. I'm thinking about so many fucking things, and you're just, oh my God. I'm drinking. Fuck it. I'm drinking. Lindsay.
Now, I do not know how, but Jeni's mother did not know of the abuse. Or maybe she was being abused herself and was made to ignore it. That's all.
There's not a lot. The whole family.
That's what I think.
And he has told them all that he has some kind of
There was two other siblings that he did not hurt at all. Jeni got all of it. Well, the family moved back to the UK in 1984, and Jeni's mother divorced her father, and the abuse stopped. But from 4 to 11, that's a long ass time.
Broken 2,500.
Yeah.
I get it now. I mean.
Well, okay, so.
I get it.
My main source.
It's like, while that's going on, you have to try to go some fucking where else. I mean.
You have to. That is terrible. I mean, I don't want to repeat it.
In fear they can't get away.
Ugh,
I don't want to cry on here. Not loud. I'm going to ugly cry later. I swear to God. And you're wanting to make me fucking watch something later, ain't you?
It's worth. So I would say my main source of reference here was from a 60 Minutes documentary, 60 Minutes Australia. And you can see her transition. And it's absolutely, well, y'all, when I say fascinating, that doesn't mean I like it. It's just fascinating to me how the brain works and how it can do so many incredible things to help you.
Complete body movement, facial expression.
Either survive
changing.
Or, I mean, just like we're watching Yellow Jackets right now, and I know that's just a bullshit TV show, but I mean, their brains are not working for them whatsoever in the certain situations in the woods. If you haven't watched that show, please fucking watch Yellow Jackets. It's got me in a goddamn chokehold. I was up till 3 a.m. watching that shit last night because I cannot stop.
I was not.
No.
I was out and I slept my ass off, but I get it because while I'm watching some of that, it is insane.
Well, that's just also like when we talked about the girl in the box. God. That girl had to be in a padded, tiny box for most of her life of 7 years.
Came up with some way to cope too,
right? And well, that's why, and you know, they refer to most of that case as Stockholm syndrome. But there has to be some altars that she created in her head to help her get through her time.
Could you imagine in that box sitting for hours and hours and hours
in a box? Absolutely not.
Yeah, check that one out if you hadn't seen that. Yes. Or heard that one. That
was about 3 episodes ago. Just go back through our little catalog and definitely check out Girl in the Box.
So much goddamn drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being me.
I can't stand you.
It's fucking horrible. I got a chuckle, but god damn it, Lindsay.
Now, when Jeni got older, it was really hard for her to get any help for what was happening to her brain and for her body. Like, no, she had reached out to authority figures that just were like, It was unbelievable to them.
She's free, and now she just has all of this still, and you can't get rid of it because that's your developmental area.
And the pain in her body.
6 to 11.
I want to repeat this again. Irreparable damage to her eyesight, jaw, bowels, anus, and coccyx. Irreparable. Now they have
and she could not even use her colon.
Now there are some things that they were able to fix for her to be able to live comfortably, but it's still irreparable. It won't go back to normal ever. And she was robbed of her ability to ever produce a child. That's fucking awful.
Livelihood gone. Womanhood gone.
And check this out.
Every happiness gone. Just, you can't grow up and be a normal ass person. You don't even love your kid enough. I mean, you fucking just abuse them. And that's what's so goddamn disgusting. And this shit really happens. And Lindsay shows me, and we're fighting later, me and you. We're going to goddamn. Oh, man.
So therapists.
Leg wrestling. That's what we always say, right? I'm going to lay down and leg wrestle where you lay this way and I lay this way and we like leg wrestle and shit. You've seen that? We're going to.
Boy, if you don't let me finish telling the story.
I got to figure a way out to get you back, dude, because like I'm puddled over here.
Therapists would be so overwhelmed with what she would tell them that Jeni would end up comforting them. Therapists. At the end of a session, or she would be accused of lying. So she would get, I can't handle this shit, or you're a fucking liar, from everybody that she would try to talk to about her situation. And all the while, this poor woman is going on not being able to explain what was going on in her mind, but living with the damage that was done to her body. Now, do you remember what year I told you this started and when it ended?
In the 80s, huh?
So it started in 74. It ended in 84. She finally found a detective in 2009 named Paul Stimulus that would believe her about her condition and abuse. And along with psychiatrist Dr. George Blair West, they set out for justice for Jeni and her army.
So all this time, Daddy's just separated from the family, but he's good to go. He's fucking good to go. He's doing his own thing.
Well, let me get there.
A fucking human being, a little girl, destroyed her to the point. Oh my God, Lindsay, I don't get it.
Dr. George says that DID is a condition that is formed from repetitive traumatic abuse before the age of 8, when the person realizes that no one is going to save them. Isn't that
It's developmental.
When they realize no one is going to save them.
You're becoming a grown human being. You're developmenting. Your whole presence, persona, personality, everything is happening in your brain. And now she has put all these little pockets in her brain and knows to be true. There's no thinking about it. No thinking about it. No. I understand now. I really do. You developed that with your growing up and your brain development.
But yeah, he specifically said that it happens before the age of 8 when they realize that no one is going to save them. Right. And that just fucking broke my heart so hard.
Yeah. And I sound like a babbling idiot when I'm trying to analyze it.
No.
For myself.
You're trying to figure it out.
This is me trying to figure it out.
Because you didn't do the research, so you're trying to, yeah.
So that's where I'm like babbling. But like, does that make sense for me saying that? Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like you're becoming a full-grown human being, and while you're doing that, your whole mind is wrapped around this. There are 2,500 different believable personalities inside of you.
And unfortunately, and this is really fucking sad, I didn't put this in my notes, but she said some of them would die off because the abuse was so fucking horrific. And that's why little Ricky, whose job it was to find which altar was going to come in and take over, that's why he hated his job, because some of those personalities would actually die off
and with
in her brain.
Huge trauma that was going on, she would be like, well, during that, they just went ahead and passed away.
Yeah. Wow. So while building a case against her father, Jeni, Detective Paul, and Dr. George returned to her home in Australia. And you watch her transition like many times. And she relives in great detail what happened to her in each room. After watching clips of this on YouTube, it literally chills me to the bone. Like, oh. So the main hurdle that they would have to cross, other than the fact that this happened to Jeni decades prior, was the fact that Jeni's body was the crime scene and her alters were the witnesses.
Wow.
For most people, when trauma happens to us, we will block it out or memories are clouded. But for Jeni, each one of her main alters would remember everything in great detail.
Saturated inside of her mind.
Yeah. Jeni herself, like Jeni would have a hard time recalling, but when one of her alters would come forward, events were recalled perfectly, even decades later.
So she's created a defense mechanism through her trauma.
Mm-hmm. That was, Dr. George would call her memory her superpower.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Now, I have to mention also that Jeni spent 18 years earning degrees in psychology, a master's in legal study and criminal justice, and a PhD focusing on victims of crime.
So her brain was working on a different level that we haven't been yet.
She put in the work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, her brain's just completely it was developing into this super brain that we can't get there.
Right.
We cannot get there. Completely intelligent.
So Jeni refers to Detective Paul, it's so sweet too, as God on earth for believing her and for taking on her case and making her father pay for what he had done. When Paul was asked if he ever doubted her, he said he did not, but he knew it was going to be a tough case to prove. Jeni would have to tell her story to the court through her alters. Paul and Dr. George prepared her for her story to not be taken seriously and the ridicule from the public as well. But Jeni was ready, and she knew that this was the only way.
But why are they even acting like this person that went through all this as a child is going to use this as some bullshit defense?
Because people are evil.
But why are they even saying that? You don't take her seriously. No.
They're not saying don't take her seriously. They're preparing her for evil people out there that will not take her seriously.
Exactly.
And call it all a lie. I'm just saying
for the evil people. That's what I'm saying. Like for the evil people to even think that.
There's just people out there that won't believe anybody's bullshit but their own. You know what I mean? There was proof from the damage to her body because of all the major surgeries that she had to go through to help with the issues with her bowels and her anus and her coccyx. But it would still take over 10 years of hard work to bring Richard Haynes to justice.
Come on, dude. An x-ray and showing that all this was broken then.
It takes him... Okay, so this all started happening to her in 1974. It ends in 1984. It takes her till 2009 to find her somebody to believe her. And it takes till 2017 for indictments to start. And her father was finally extradited from the UK to stand trial. And he had actually already been doing 7 years in prison for a different charge that I could not find anywhere. I was trying to find what he was already in there for, but I couldn't.
Yeah, if anybody knows, let us know. I mean, I want to know.
So Richard, he was in his 70s during this time, and he was charged with multiple counts of rape and buggery. Because, that's what they call it over there, sodomy.
Well, he broke the fucking little child. He broke her.
Well, that's what sodomy is called over there is buggery. Yeah. Like it's literally court. Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Easily proven with any kind of x-ray. You can be like, well, these bones right here, they healed up about this many years ago. Mm-hmm. And you can tell by the callus. Well,
and also, we advanced so much in technology during this time, so it probably would have never been proven beforehand anyway.
Get it together with your stuff over there. I'm just saying.
So Jeni says that whichever alter could answer the questions she would be asked would be the one to come forward to answer or talk about certain details because each one remembered different time periods. And most of her alters stayed in that age range of whenever that abuse was happening. You know what I mean?
They didn't even...
Like Symphony forever stayed 4 years old.
That age, yeah. Because they weren't made anymore. They weren't growing with her.
Right.
They stopped
after
the abuse
in other cases that I actually listened to, some of them will age with the person, but some of them will stay the age of whatever time they had to endure the abuse for the main person.
Right. Well, you got to develop them as you're going, but if they don't have anything happening to the other personalities, they can't grow with you. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
On January 21st, 2019, Jeni told her story to the New South Wales District Court. She said Jeni walked in and then the alters would take over and tell their parts. This case was deemed too horrific to have a jury, so it was just for a judge.
Preliminary trial
type session. Thing. It was only the judge, Jeni, her lawyer, her psychiatrist.
I mean, it's too fucking horrific for you to tell to me. It really is.
So 4-year-old Symphony was the first to talk and looked straight at Richard as each part of her brain revealed the horror that he had put her through. The sexual abuse, the physical abuse, and the impact that it all had on her education. After 2 hours of just transitioning, Richard finally changed his plea to guilty and admitted to his abuse.
There you go, fucker.
Now, even though Jeni was in her late 40s, 48 or 49, I think, she was actually still able to be unnamed as her abuse had happened to her when she was a minor. And that would also mean that her father would be unnamed. But she chose for it to all be public so that it would be known what her father had done to her when he went to prison. She said she wanted him to go away for a very long time, and she hoped that it was as uncomfortable and traumatic as her childhood was.
Yeah, I hope he got fucking buggered in prison.
She wrote a 17-page witness impact statement without sugarcoating anything. And over 30 of her alters made an appearance through this. The judge even asked her if she needed to take a break at one point. She refused. She said, nope, I just want to get it done. She said Richard had called her daddy's dirty little girl, a floozy, a trollop, a masochist, and would tell her that this hurts me more than it hurts you before raping and buggering her and almost killing her on occasion. She would say that he would use Cupid dolls, which is little dolls that are made to look like a cherub. He would use those as weapons to abuse her on her fucking birthday.
What the fuck, dude?
And would take her glasses off during abuse, making her now panic and have flashbacks anytime her vision is impaired.
And there's a whole nother personality she snapped into then, I bet.
Well, Richard was sentenced to 45 years and won't be eligible for parole till long after he's dead, because he would be like 107.
Yeah, fuck you, Richard.
Fuck you, Richard. Jeni and her mother, who actually became her biggest supporter, like I said, they don't go a lot into her mother, so I have no idea what happened to her mother and why she wasn't
open
a safe space for Jeni before that. But I don't want to victim blame.
Or some shit like she was
I don't
gone.
know. I don't know. I don't want to victim blame. I don't know. They don't go into a lot of her mom. I could not find anything on her mom.
All the parts and pieces are just...
So she's protecting her mom for some reason. Jeni
is the whole salad...
Because she's very public about everything that happened to her.
Fucking bomb is just the family bomb that moms pay attention to your kids.
But to me... it's the physical damage that happened to her body that she had to live with. Like, how did you not know? She couldn't be going to the bathroom correctly. She had to be in physical pain every fucking day of her life.
Yeah.
And her father did this to abuse to her day after day after day for, what's 4 to 11, 7 years?
And you're not paying attention to your kid enough? There's something there. There's a bomb that just didn't go off. But
whatever may have happened, her and her mother are on good terms, and they live together, and they have both relied on welfare and disability to live. But I'm hoping through interviews and book deals, because she did write a book, that status has changed so that she can enjoy the rest of her life.
Yeah, you deserve it.
You deserve it, Jeni. My heart goes out to you. So much. And I do want, it's only 40 minutes, the documentary, the 60-minute documentary. Now, there is another one that I watched on a girl named, I think it's pronounced Insignia. It's spelled like Eusinia, but I think it's pronounced Insignia. She has 11 alters. And That was a really good documentary as well. Same type of situation. It's also on YouTube. We'll try and find those links and put them in the show notes.
I want to find a link to send her something.
Yeah.
Let's send her something. Let's find out where she is, and we'll send her a little care package.
Yeah. I would love to do that. Shirt. Yes.
We got merch now, so we'll just send her a DES shirt, have it mailed to her, and a little care package and some cool stuff.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of coverage on her case whatsoever. But when I actually heard it covered by Red Handed, and I was locked in, I had to put it on my list. And that shit has been on my mind every single day since I heard it.
The most horrific thing. And this woman's still alive and having to deal with all that. But she can be herself and just not go there. But at any time she can go there.
And it's so adorable how grateful she is to the two men that believe in her. And you'll see on the documentary, the detective, he literally like just doubles over because he thinks about what he's been told. Right. And like, it's a lot for him.
So we're going to tag her and all her stuff into this. Yeah. Multiple tags. And we want a connection. We want to send you some stuff.
Yes.
Hey, let's do it.
You're amazing, Jeni Haynes. And
you are.
Survivors of any kind of abuse, like my heart just goes out. Like, because I mean, I'm a survivor of abuse, but nothing compared to what this woman has been through.
That I can hang on
and it humbles me. You know what I mean? Because like what I went through, I thought was horrible, but this woman, like, I have a good daddy. You know what I mean? And that's something that I have a great father. I could not imagine a person whose father is doing something like this to them.
Right, like in that, the comfort of your whole livelihood, and then using that against you and thinking that they can kill your mother.
Thinking that if you thought about what was happening to you would kill your mother and your siblings. Yeah.
And they had to believe it because they're babies. Impressionable.
Like they don't know anything
else. They don't know.
And he started telling her that at 4 years old. That is our baby Abel's age. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
our
ADD
grandbaby
just kicked in and your shirt's amazing. Sorry.
Oh. But I mean, that's our grandbaby, you know, one of our grandbaby's age. And to think about somebody trying to abuse him or brainwash him at that age makes me want to fight.
Yeah, the only thing we can instill upon small, impressionable children is greatness and learning and being prosperous. That's the only thing.
And chocolate chip waffles that they fucking love today.
Chocolate chip waffles, they loved it. Yes. And we were so grandparent mode, dude.
Yes.
Oh, let's give them all the
Well, listen, one of the greatest moments of my life was when my dad pulled me to the side and said, I just want you to know that me and your mom were just watching you and Jesse with these grandbabies, and y'all are incredible grandparents. And I'm like, thank you, Dad. You know, like I didn't know what else to say, but I didn't want to fucking cry right there, but I wanted to at the same time because
what you aspire to be.
Yes.
You know, you want to level up to that
And
status,
you know what? It can be overwhelming, but it's still not hard.
No.
When they all get whiny at the same time, I lose my fucking mind a little bit. And I'm like, all right.
We calm you down.
All right, guys.
Yeah. Well, we have a great time being us and spoiling them and being good grandparents. We're here to teach, and that's our job. So we do a great job at it.
But I just want to, I thought it was funny how Amanda was like, I love how you're buying them all these chocolate chip waffles and sweet ass things and then sending them home to their parents. I'm like, well, duh. That's what grandparents are supposed to do.
What we're supposed to do. Shit, yeah. And spoil them. And, you know, and we're not going to talk shit about their parents. We're going to pump them up while we're here, while they're hanging out with us or whatever. Make them glorified too. All the respect, all the good stuff, spoil the shit out of them, and then send them right the hell back home. That's our job.
Yep.
Perfect.
It was a good day.
So is this it? Is this the whole
That's the end of our story of Jeni Haynes.
You have completely, I mean, I was crying.
I was too. And I've researched this all week, and I didn't break down. And I don't know how, because I've been PMSing since like Monday.
I was crying.
Yeah.
I couldn't even make good jokes. I couldn't.
Well, sometimes it's hard.
It was really
It's hard to make a joke through something like this.
It was really tough.
But we do try to make these awful cases as lighthearted as we can.
The knowledge, though.
But you need,
the appreciation and everything that I want to give this woman. I want to send her a little package of stuff, and we'll get with them. And we'll
wait when you watch this documentary, and we're like, I want you to. I'm gonna send it to you so you can put it in our show notes. because I want y'all to watch her transition
How it
into
snaps
these
into
other
different whole personalities,
and because
personas, mannerisms.
When Symphony
everything.
comes in, she's got a higher voice. She talks like a little girl.
What?
And then when Muscles or Rick or Little Ricky, when they talk, they have more of a manly machismo type. And it's not like macho-y or at all, but it's just like it's different. It's different than her. Yeah. It's insane.
I hate that this is a thing. I
really do too. I do too. People don't hurt people.
But putting this out, it can be something, you know, so if someone can...
It's awareness.
Awareness. Yes.
Do not shrug off or not believe somebody that is struggling with something like this.
Yeah, and if you have a kid that decides that they have something else going on in their head and they say anything this is somebody else that's inside my head, pay attention. Really do. God, that's a real thing. It really is.
And it took several.
Thank you, Lindsay, for telling me this. And I'm trying to wrap my head around it still, but I kind of get it, you know? Insane.
And it's just so sad that it took several psychiatrists for decades before she found the right one. So, yeah, Dr. George, you are amazing.
Yeah.
Detective Paul Stimoulis, you are amazing for believing her,
all of that
for helping her.
Mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was true. It was, I mean, she wasn't bullshitting you at all. I mean, y'all, yeah.
I believe it.
Well, I mean, they found that it was true. The man finally broke down and admitted to it.
Yeah. The developmental process of a child becoming a young adult, basically. I mean, really, really horrific. God. Can I play music?
You can. What band are we plugging today? I'm excited for this one. I already know. I already know what it is.
Hooked up with this amazing YouTuber that created a band, and he did like YouTube stuff of like reggae and all this stuff. Millions of followers, just amazing group. He decided to get his band together, Aurora Wave, and I want to play them.
Featuring who?
Oh, it's featuring somebody. Yes, it is. Somebody that's going to be at Rockville.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Franzilla from Attila.
Franzilla from Attila.
Love it. Love it. And this is the summer vibe. And I've been wanting to play this forever.
When we saw Attila, that was a whole ass fucking vibe. Silas was on the rail. He's sitting right here now. He did not listen to the rest of this. Just want you guys to know.
Yeah,
did not. He just walked in for the music part.
But for the music part, he walked in. We're going to let him hang out for a second. As long as he's quiet over there. Silas. He had a great time at One Love.
You smell like the outside.
But Attila is, well, Franzilla.
You had a great time at Attila, didn't you? You can say yeah. Yeah. You were on the rail, and I have a video of you. You were just having a great time during Attila. And then you were like, all right, I want to go ride the water slide now, because it was right by that stage that they were playing at.
Well, Pennywise was playing, and you wanted to see them, but you wanted to do the water slide instead.
Yeah, he was a water slide dweller that year. But you were on the rail for Attila. You got even closer than me and Daddy. Like, we were right behind him, but he got right on the rail.
I do like Attila.
He loves some Attila. And they're going to be on this song. Well, Franz from Attila. It's your summer vibe. I swear to God. Follow this whole band.
This is a great song. He has already let me preview this one.
I've been listening to all of their catalog. They're so amazing.
Aurora Wave. Featuring Franzilla.
And this song is called Kindness. And I want you guys to check it out. And check out Aurora Wave, their whole catalog. We'll see Franz at Rockville. I'm just hoping we can catch a little bit of you.
We will.
And
we're going to work it out because we're troopers.
We're troopers.
They are playing around the same time as Beartooth, so we're going to have to run.
Work it out. We're going to work it out. It's going to happen. So, So without further ado, one of my favorite bands so far on this podcast. This is Aurora Wave, and this song is called Kindness.
You must have lost your mind, so keep your 2 cents, cause I don't nickel it down. So wicked, malicious, and vindictive, attempting to play mistake my kindness for weakness. You got a lot of nerve. I came to fucking serve. One day you realize everyone gets what they deserve. Just take a fucking look. This karma's got you shook. You took the wrong path, made a bad choice, you're a crook. Paralyzed by my kindness. Look at you now. You took advantage of mine, but I said, well, in the ground. Took the high road. I know where I belong. Take notes, listen close, cause I'm part of this song. You want a piece of me, well, come and get it. I got a lot to love to give to the world. But if you press your luck, I won't sweat it. Middle fingers up, cause I don't give a fuck now. Oh, did it all now, you know. So you better believe it's on me when I say it. I really mean this. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. You want a piece of me, well, come and get it. I got a lot to love to give to the world. But if you press your luck, I won't sweat it. Middle fingers up, cause I don't give a fuck now. Oh, you did it all now, you know. So you better believe it's on me when I say it. I really mean this. You want a piece of me, well, come and get it. I got a lot to love to give to the world. But if you press your luck, I won't sweat it. Middle fingers up, cause I don't give a fuck now. Did it all now, you know. So you better believe it's on me when I say it. I really mean this. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Oh my.
I love that song so much.
God, Lindsay, that is
So
the
much.
summer vibe. That is what I'm going to
Yeah,
live.
we're adding that to the summer playlist. Like we have this
Oh my
playlist that we
God.
play at the beach.
I cannot believe
In
that
the
I
river,
hooked up
like,
with this
anytime,
dude
yeah.
in the band, and you guys deserve everything.
Everything.
I want to see you on the main stage at Rockville.
Yeah.
God, yeah. You deserve it. You deserve
Yes.
it. Every bit of it.
Aurora Rave, Rockville 2026.
Yeah.
We are manifesting that for you.
I'm going to hit up Danny. I'm going to tell
Yes.
Danny to play you guys.
We're manifesting that for you because we're going to be there. We're going to be on the rail.
Yeah, if
for
I
you
can play
guys.
at Rockville, you guys
Yes,
can damn sure play
absolutely.
at fucking Rockville,
God,
dude.
that was a fucking great year.
yeah.
2021
So, you
Rockville
deserve it.
was phenomenal. I mean, we love them all. They all have their own special highlights. 2021 was great because it was in November.
Yeah.
It was post-COVID.
The
We were
weather was
free.
phenomenal.
Yes, the lineup was great. The weather was great. It was
Full
just
ride. We had all the backstage access.
yes. Jesse got to play at
All the cool
Rockville.
shit.
That was fucking awesome. It was very stressful in the
Yeah,
beginning,
it
but then
was.
once you got on stage,
It was on.
after that everything was,
was
chill
on.
and beautiful as fuck. Yeah,
I mean,
it
if,
was great.
if I can play
yeah.
there, Aurora Wave needs to be there.
Yes,
Come on.
We're gonna tag DWP. Play Aurora Rave.
Yeah.
Invite them to Rockville 2026.
These guys are going to be, they're already like millions of views on this song. Millions.
Oh yeah.
And thank you, Franz, for getting on
Yes,
this. We'll tag you in
Franz,
this.
your part in that is obviously like in my heart.
I'm in so many groups with Franz.
Me
Love him
too.
to death.
I'm on his I have a community chat with him that I'm in on
well, I
Insta.
talked to him a couple of times a couple of years ago when my band was getting pretty hot, and it was
well,
just
as your band
Yeah.
mom, I hit him up when he was when they were doing the thing where they were featuring local talent
and they,
on Sundays.
Yeah, they
Yep.
played us. Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yes.
Love you, Franz. Love you, Aurora Wave. You guys are my summer hit. You
Absolutely.
are.
Absolutely.
You have my heart all summer. You do.
Yes. We're gonna ride the Aurora Rave.
Aurora Wave ride.
Sorry, I have a speech impediment. It's hard for me to say Aurora, but I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a phenomenal time. You puddled me. I couldn't even laugh in my plant over here.
No, he cried in the plant
I
instead.
cried in the plant
He
this
gave the
time.
peace lily some tears.
And we're going to get off here, but we're going to check out this thing that Lindsay's going to show me, and I'm going to get puddled some more. But this
But like
drink
I
is
said,
phenomenal.
the day that this episode airs, we will be day 2 at Rockville. So make sure that you follow us on Instagram at Drink About Something. follow us on the website, drinkaboutSomething.site, where you can find our Instagram.
YouTube,
send us an email.
Everything. If you just type in Jenzy on Google, we're there.
Send us an email
JENDSEY
at drinkaboutSomethingPod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But yes, make sure you follow us so you can go to Rockville with us.
Yeah, because we're going to be handing out
We
stuff
will show you how to rock
at Rockville.
GA passes with the camping all weekend long. We have a great time.
Ready. We're veterans, 10 years.
I can even give you tips on how to be, what do you call it? Nerd gone camping? Yes.
Yeah, she is.
But
we're comfortable. Love it.
Yeah, it's Saturday. And we have all of our shit already ready, like halfway ready to go when we leave out Thursday morning.
Week ahead ready.
Yeah.
But
we've been collecting all of our shit. Like I've got all my alcohol purchased.
She picked up on some of the shit that I do too, like packing all my stuff in Tupperware bins.
Yes. And it actually, especially when you're camping, it makes a lot of sense because it keeps all your stuff safe.
It does.
From any kind of weather damage. And camping, I'm going to tell y'all, how many hotels have we bought? We bought 2 hotels and 1 Airbnb in Daytona, and we were burnt.
4, but it was 3, yeah.
Yeah, we were burnt, and we're camping all the way every year, period.
Yeah.
From now on.
It's the vibe.
Yeah.
And the fam and Orange Lot's where it's at. We'll see you guys at Rockville. Check us out. We're going to be recording there, so. And we'll see you guys next weekend, too, on here. And next Friday, and we're just going to put more and more stuff out. Lindsay's got tons of it. Follow, share, like. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.